is Ray of RV Tech Tools, and I am going to make a video here on how to create an account on Spotwalla and then connect an iOS device to that using SWConnect. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to spotwalla.com and I want to create an account. So I'm going to click on the register button up here, put in an email, put a password. I'll make it simple, PASSWORD, just to have something to work with, and name. Set my time zone. That'll be used in setting up your trip, your default time coming in. And we made it, and we'll create an account. All right, now what I need to do is I need to create a device to work with this account. The device is basically a collector of the location points so that when you display a trip, the location points collected by the device are included in that particular trip. So I'm going to go ahead and connect and create a device for an iOS device. So first of all, I'm going to go back to Home, click on my account, and then go under Devices. And I'll click on New Device, and I'm going to pull down and I'm going to click an SWConnect iOS device. The time zone for my default is set right here to Chicago, and I can give it a description if I was going to have multiple accounts. I'll just go ahead and put SWConnect iOS device, and I will set this to be my default device. Okay, and click on Update here, and now I'm going to go actually and pull off of here for just a second and try to connect to this on the phone, because it's not going to work at this point. So let's cancel this recording. Okay, now in this part of the video, I'm actually going to launch SWConnect on my iPhone. It is not going to work 100%, and I want to show you why, and then we'll correct it and move on. So I'm going to go ahead and launch SWConnect, and we're on the main page here. There are 3 pages in SWConnect. This is what I'm calling the main page, or page 1. The first thing we need to do, and this is generally a one-time thing, is I'm going to go into Application Setup, and then I'm going to click on the very top to log into Spotwalla. This is now where I need to put in the credentials that I created in my account on Spotwalla. So that was info@rvtechtools.com. Looks like I spelled it right, and I made a password of password. Tap Go. So it's important that you use the credentials that you created in your account on Spotwalla. We're not using this information in SWConnect other than to log in to your account on the Spotwalla website. You'll notice on the screen that the login status now has gone green. That means we have successfully logged in. The second step is we need to select the Spotwalla device that we're sending data to. If I go click on device selection, you'll notice, whoa, it didn't work. This Spotwalla device is not enabled for web access. And that's a very important piece of the puzzle here with setting up SWConnect to work with an iOS device. So I'm going to click OK, and for the moment, I'm going to get out of this application. We're going to go back to our website, and I'm back now on the spotwalla.com website. Just to show you how to get here in case you haven't, or you've just logged in, you go log in, select your name in the upper right corner, and click on Devices. That takes you to this page, and here is now the device that I set up here just a while ago. Now, if we notice, this didn't work. It is my default device. It's active, but it didn't work with the SWConnect app. And the reason is that it has not been enabled for background web access by Spotwalla. We do that by clicking on the device and going down to Web API. And you can see here that the device is not enabled. I'm going to go in and click on Enable and go back under Devices, and that should be all that we need to do to set this up. So now we'll go back to the application and try it again. Okay, we're back now looking at my iPhone. I'm going to click on the SWConnect app. Now if you notice, when we come up to the main page, the Spotwalla connection light is yellow. This indicates that we've got a proper login, but we did not yet properly set up the device. So let's go back to Application Setup, and I'm going to click on Device Selection now. Now if you notice, the device status light went green, and underneath the device selection key there, it shows the device key that's associated with this device. We are now ready to be able to start tracking. And let's go back to the main screen. So to enable tracking, you simply tap on the Enable Tracking, and we have to tell the application that we are going to allow this always allow access, because this application is going to track you in the background, not just while you're using the app. So I'm going to click on Always Allow. And if you notice now, the tracking light has gone green. At the very bottom of the page, you'll see in red recent GPS activities. When it's red, it indicates that the GPS is not of sufficient accuracy, so the program is ignoring the data points that come in. Okay, it's now gone gray, and we are actually tracking. So we have sent at least one data point up to Spotwalla at this point. Now, unfortunately, we just can't sit here and collect more points. There's two criteria that have to be met before the next point will go. First of all, Spotwalla requires 5 minutes between data points, so we'd have to wait at least 5 minutes before our next point would even try. And then secondarily, the application, SWConnect, enforces a 100-meter fence, meaning that if you're sitting in the same location, even though the 5-minute mark may have gone by, we're not going to collect data until you have moved at least 100 meters. This is to prevent a lot of noise if you still track while you're sitting at a restaurant or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and disable tracking. This will end our tracking session. You'll notice the tracking light has gone back to red, and we're now no longer using the GPS hardware on the phone. So let's stop this recording and go back to the website and see what we've got. I'm still logged in here, and I am on the devices page like I was before. I'll go ahead and select that one more time. I'm going to select my SWConnect device, and then I'm going to go down to Browse Messages. This is where I can verify whether or not we've received any location data from the SWConnect app. And indeed, I see 2 points. And they are both located here at my desk, but there was one when we started the tracking at 11:15, and then about 1 minute later when I canceled it, it added one more data point. Had we moved and gone over 5 minutes, we would see additional points in here. So this SWConnect device will continue to collect data as long as you enable tracking. So that's all there is to make this work.